Hello and welcome to another slightly less plague-filled week episode. Fucking botched that, didn't I? Hello and oh fuck it, you already know how it goes. Welcome back. So this is Overwatch for the first time in ages. So you'll have to excuse me if my gameplay is a little bit rusty, if I make some obvious mistakes, all that kind of thing. I have played a lot of Overwatch, so I feel like I kind of picked it up again fairly quickly, but yeah, there's definitely some weird moments in this game, especially when at some point... Okay, so I went to record the weekly deathmatch like normal. I was like, I'm going to do it in Overwatch this week. And I went to go look at the arcade game modes, and mystery deathmatch is a thing. And I don't know how long that's been a thing. It might have been a thing for months, and I just haven't known. But I didn't know it was a thing. So that was a nice surprise, because one of my favourite game modes is Mystery Heroes, in just like usual quick play, just... So if you don't know what Mystery Heroes is, every time you die you respawn as a different hero. So I play a lot of Mystery Heroes. And now that's that way in Deathmatch, so yeah, cool. The downside of this is, not only am I rusty at Overwatch, I'm also playing as every single hero in Overwatch, some of which I'm not quite so good at. But I feel like generally in Overwatch I'm kind of an all-rounder, so this kind of game mode does kind of lend itself to me a little bit more than... Maybe not as Lucio, but in most characters. I feel like the reason I did okay in this game is because a lot of people aren't very good at lots of different heroes. They kind of main one or two, whereas I'm used to playing lots of different heroes. So I was able to play decently more throughout the game, as opposed to people who had peaks and falls throughout the game. But anyway, I have been playing a game called Farm Together, and I don't think I was speaking about this last episode, because I don't think I was playing it last episode, but Farm Together, if you've seen my channel, you've seen I've already actually put up a video about it, is just a farming game, but it's got some neat mechanics. So instead of being one of those games where you plant your crops and it says, oh, 8 hours to go, and you just have to sit and wait for 8 hours, it's a cross between that and Stardew Valley, where you kind of get to advance time at your own volition. It's a mix. So you have those 8-hour crops, but you can water them, and every time you water them, the timer goes down. So basically, it rewards you more for active play. Obviously, they're not all 8-hour crops. There's like half-an-hour crops, 10-minute crops, that kind of thing. And there's way more stuff as well, like trees and fish and livestock, and they all act differently. And I don't know, it's really good. I was expecting to play it for a few hours and be entertained for a few hours, but I'm like 5 hours in and I've barely scratched the surface. So that's cool. I put out a video saying, you know, this is what this game is, and I think I'm going to do that for more games. But also I think I'm going to provide video updates every time I fill out, I'm going to say, a area, because you can buy, if you've ever played City Skylines, it's a bit like that, you can buy new areas. So every time I fill out an area, I'm going to do a little tour update, I think. So, yeah. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm still a bit full of cold, so if I sound a bit weird, that's why. But yeah, I've just been enjoying Farm Together this week a lot. But another game I've been playing this week, which you'll see soon enough, is Dead Space, because it's the month of Halloween. 'Tis the season to be spooked, and... would you believe it? I've never really played a horror game, so I decided to... I've always been interested in Dead Space, well, primarily Dead Space 2, but I thought I'd start with Dead Space 1, I picked it up ages ago, so I figured it's time to finally play through it, and I've been taking lots and lots of clips, and I think, if I have enough of them by my Halloween deadline, I'm going to edit them all together and make some kind of compilation video of my best moments, or like, my worst moments probably, because there's already some, I've already done like an hour's worth so far, and there's already a lot of clips that I like, so I'm looking forward to putting that together and releasing it and seeing reactions. Basically this week I've tried to keep in mind that I should make more videos besides just a weekly deathmatch and the occasional roguelike ramble, and it's fun. It's fun to do fun things. Sorry. So, Daredevil just came out yesterday on Netflix, Season 3, and I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but I do just want to discuss one thing. There is a fight scene, and I won't say which episode it's in or anything like that. I'm going to leave this so that when it happens, it's a surprise to you as it is for me, and I'm not going to reveal the details behind the fight scene, why it happens, or where it takes place, or anything like that. but it goes on for 11 minutes without a single cut, and I was really fucking impressed. But I thought, you know, it's really impressive how they've hidden the cuts, so like someone's body will take up the screen for a second and I think, oh, that's probably a cut. But then I looked it up after the fact, and it was all done in a single take. Well, not a single take, like they had to rehearse it and stuff, and it took 3 or 4 attempts apparently, but it was all done in one single cut. They didn't cut anything, even hidden cuts like scenes like that are normally done as. And I was just like, holy shit. And then I looked further into it, and like they were talking about how he had to swap out with his stunt double without cutting from the scene. And I'm still confused as to like how they got the blood makeup on him and stuff outside the scene and stuff. And quite here I'm clearly botching Symmetra because she was patched and I haven't played Overwatch since then. Just thought I'd better call that out while it's on the screen. But yeah, I'm just so like, I don't think I've ever been so just impressed by like a stunt team in a show. Like, that's mostly because I don't usually pay attention to that kind of thing. I'm not kind of inclined that way to like always be thinking about how stuff is filmed. I guess I kind of am, but I don't know. Not as much as I am when I'm like reading things or playing games. I'm not usually thinking about the creation process when I'm watching stuff. But yeah, just wow, just it's a good show. It's a good show. I'm only like 5 episodes in, and I'm really liking it so far. So yeah. I've run out of things to talk about. No, I haven't. Spider-Man 3. So every Sunday I've been doing this thing where I go back and watch one of the original Spider-Man movies. And last Sunday evening, I should say. Oh, Doctor Who's on tonight. Oh, I can talk about Doctor Who. I forgot about this. Sorry. Back to Spider-Man. I've been watching the original Spider-Man. And last week I watched Spider-Man 3 for the first time. That was the only one of the original trilogy I had not seen. And it gets a lot of flack for a lot of reasons. And I agree with the reasons that it got flack for. However, I still enjoyed it. And I kind of regret putting it off so much just based on other people's feedback. It was an enjoyable movie. Dark Peter was definitely difficult to watch. But I got through it. And it was nice to kind of see that conclude. I know they were kind of planning a 4th movie and it didn't go through, but it was nice to see it conclude nonetheless and know that I've seen all of the Spider-Man films apart from Amazing Spider-Man 2, which similarly I haven't seen because I've heard bad things. But anyway, I was going to talk about Doctor Who. I've completely forgotten to talk about Doctor Who. It's going to be the 3rd episode of season 11 tonight. And so this will be the 3rd weekly Deathmatch where Doctor Who is back and I haven't talked about Doctor Who. I can't forgive myself for this. I'm a huge Doctor Who fan and I'm really enjoying the new Doctor Who. So, Doctor Who. Now I'm going to stop saying Doctor Who. So the new series casts Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. Big controversial decision because you see she is a lady and the Doctor's always been a man and it really doesn't fucking matter because Jodie's fucking perfect. Well, okay, I shouldn't say perfect. Obviously there's a few flaws. There's a few flaws with every Doctor, but she's probably my favourite one since Matt Smith. Peter Capaldi's a great actor, but I don't think his Doctor was written very well. But I'm kind of rambling because I haven't prepared to talk about Doctor Who in this video. It kind of snuck up on me. But just, she's great. She reminds me of David Tennant's Doctor a bit, but she's got her own flair. I feel like she's more kind of wholesome. She like, I don't know, in a way, like, more vulnerable, but in a good way. Like, previously the Doctor's had this kind of, like, immortal knowledge kind of thing where he knows what everything is, he knows what's going on. But so far in this series, she doesn't know what the hell's going on, and she's asking questions, and she's very concerned about people, and very upset about things that are going on, and I just love it. It's like, it's such a good take on the Doctor, because obviously those traits were always there before, like the empathy and stuff, but I feel like it's been ramped up a bit here. And I'm a big fan, basically, and it is very hard to do a commentary like this when you've got a blocked nose, if you're wondering why I'm stumbling over my words so much. But that's pretty much been this week's weekly deathmatch. I might be fumbling this, I might not win, except I do win. I shot the monkey. I put enough bullets in the monkey for him to fall down, but I was choking towards the end there. I was like, oh shit, I'm winning this match. This is like the 2nd match I've played today, and like the first match I've played in like a week, and then that's like the third match I've played in like months. So I was like, oh. But like I said, I think it's because people aren't that great at mystery heroes, whereas I've put a lot of time into playing a lot of different heroes, so I was at kind of an advantage there. But yeah, see you next week. Bye.